guys. Obviously, starting off with playing 2 innings and then a whole nother game. What was that overall experience like for you guys?
Well, I'll start it off, I guess. It was pretty crazy. I've never done that in my life, never resumed a game the next day, so that was a different experience, but we had a lot of confidence in when that call was coming out for the 2 innings that we had, and started off with the bases loaded with our leadoff guy, so knew we were getting a good at-bat out of Kyle, and then for me, just try to pass it along to the next guy. That's what we did.
Obviously, with that first game starting off with a bases loaded situation, how do you guys kind of keep the energy going from the energy that you had last night in that type of pressure situation?
I think just having confidence in ourselves and each other, and obviously like starting the day in the 7th, 8th inning is kind of crazy. So I think that itself just brought a lot of energy, knowing that we just had to lock in for two innings to get a win.
When did you find out you were going to be the guy for finishing off game 2?
Last night I said it might be me, and then this morning Coach Carlon told me in the locker room, so I was just happy to get the opportunity.
Landon, for you, another multi-hit game. You've been stringing them together. You had 1 3 for 3 last night and this afternoon, I guess. How have you just continued to see the ball out?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of hit it on the head, starting to see the ball better. Obviously, early on in the year, trying to make adjustments and adjust to the speed of the college game. But I think now I'm starting to settle in and starting to get comfortable in the box and have some confidence in myself with 2 strikes. And yeah, just put the ball hard in play.
And Texas Tech starter was obviously amazing today. What made him so difficult to hit?
You know, he hit his spots a couple times today. I think as an offense we could have done a lot better with that. Baseball has those days where offense just doesn't click, and I think that was one of those days. I don't think he was too overpowering for us. Just some days you have it, some days you don't, and that's baseball.
A couple guys in front of you like Kean, Isaiah Jackson, and Jacob Tobias have also seen a lot of time as when they were true freshmen a couple of years ago, and they've continued to have success. How is that, just kind of seeing that in front of you and knowing that those guys have been in the same position as you and seeing how successful they've been?
Yeah, I've watched them over the past couple of years. I committed pretty early as a sophomore, so I've been following ASU baseball for quite a bit of time, and seeing them do their thing when they were a freshman, it built a confidence in me coming in on that I could do the same thing that they can do. Bloomy's not afraid to put a freshman in there, and when my name was called, I had some confidence and I was ready to go.
For both of you guys, we've seen some of the younger guys get in, specifically Cole, because a lot of the younger pitchers haven't really had a ton of chances to get in. A guy like Max Arlich, what do you teach him? How do you mentor him in the clubhouse and some of the other young guys that are, you know, certainly capable of pitching here, but just haven't found spots to get in yet?
Yeah, just letting them know that we all have a lot of confidence in them, that their stuff's really good. Just go attack, fill up the zone, attack hitters. Max, Easton, Buxton, they all have great capabilities, and they can go in and get outs for us in any situation.
Is it strange for you, given that you kind of stepped in and were playing right away as a freshman, to now be mentoring some of these guys a year later?
A little bit. I'd say last year I definitely gained a lot of good, valuable experience. For this year, I definitely learned a lot about the college game and just knowing what it takes to be successful, so I'm trying to help them out the best I can.
Cole, you're closing in on that 40 innings pitch mark where you were at last year. Obviously, there's been a very drastic change in kind of a year-to-year basis. What are some of those big differences that you've seen, that drastic jump that you've made between your freshman and sophomore year?
Just a lot of knowing what to expect in certain situations, knowing how my body feels, knowing what I need to do mentally to be prepared and have the confidence to go out and be successful.
And Landon, as of late, the power numbers have seemed to kind of jump up. Beginning of the season, it was kind of average, but now it seems the home run yesterday, the home run last weekend, I think you had 2 extra base hits today. Has there been any changes in terms of just working on your power, or if you've just kind of tried to see the ball more and just the power's kind of come naturally?
I mean, I guess the only change that I've made, I started using a different bat, but other than that, no, I haven't changed anything in my swing. Started swinging a heavier bat, a little more unloaded too, so maybe that has something to do with it, maybe it doesn't, but once I started picking up that bat, then power numbers kind of came. But as approach-wise, just trying to stick to the middle of the field and have good at-bats every time I'm up there and put the ball in play hard.
Is that your bat or is that someone else's bat that you've been using then?
It's Tobias's bat. Yeah, it's not mine.
Cole, you mentioned physically how you want to get ready for games. What mentally do you do to try to get ready for every game that you pitch?
It's more like kind of like my routine when I'm on the mound and kind of like going through the same thing over and over and not getting too sped up when I'm out there. That happened to me a lot last year. And then just being focused for each pitch and just mainly worrying about executing and the process of what I'm going to do, not really like the result or worrying about external factors, just kind of going out and doing what I know I need to do to fill up the zone.
Playing as well as you did last summer and getting to play every day with them giving you a chance to hit, did that give you any momentum from freshman to sophomore year?
Yeah, I had a really fun summer. It was a great experience. Learned when I went out there, I got a good routine of what to do. I mean, I guess playing every day, I figured out how to keep my body ready too for games. So I think that's helped me a lot.
I know Willie's joked about you hitting at points. I know he said he had a bet with you, but in all seriousness, did getting to hit, quote unquote, at the collegiate level there, given you haven't had a chance to hit here, did that kind of reinvigorate you and get you motivated again to get back out there defensively and get more plate appearances?
Over the summer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get a AB last year, so going into the summer, I wanted to hit, and I just had a lot. Went up there having fun, and it was just a good time. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.